resting in the nature of mind. Sit or lie down in a quiet space. Ensure that your body is at ease but alert. Allow your muscles to relax, particularly in your shoulders, jaw, and neck. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Don't control it. Just observe the natural rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. Notice the sensation of air moving in and out of your lungs. Feel the contact between your body and the surface you're sitting or lying on. Let yourself become aware of any sounds, temperature, or other sensations around you. For now, just observe them without judgment or labeling. Once you feel settled, begin to shift your attention from focusing on specific sensations, like your breath, to a broader, more open awareness. Imagine that your awareness is expanding beyond the boundaries of your body. Allow your attention to include all sensations without narrowing it down. This is open awareness, a state where you are not fixating on any single object or thought, but remain conscious of the entire field of experience. Now, turn your attention to your mental processes. Notice that thoughts, emotions, or memories may arise. As each thought or feeling appears, allow it to arise and pass without trying to engage with it. The key here is to observe your mind as though you were watching clouds drift across the sky. As you watch these mental events, shift your attention to the act of being aware. You are not the thoughts, feelings, or sensations. Rather, you are the awareness in which these phenomena occur. This awareness is not tied to any single event or experience. It's simply the backdrop of all experience. In science, this is often referred to as meta-awareness or metacognition, the ability to recognize awareness itself as separate from the contents of consciousness. Ask yourself, what is this quality of awareness that observes? Once you have identified the sense of being aware, simply rest in that recognition. No need to analyze or conceptualize it. This awareness is stable, ever present, and not dependent on external stimuli or internal thoughts. It is your intrinsic, natural state of consciousness. always there, even when you aren't thinking about it. Let your attention relax and dwell in this space of awareness itself. As you rest in this open awareness, continue to observe how thoughts, emotions, and sensations come and go. Each thought that arises is impermanent, like a ripple on the surface of water. Acknowledge that these thoughts have no lasting substance. They come into awareness and dissolve without leaving a permanent mark on the field of consciousness. In this phase, you are practicing cutting through the habitual patterns of thinking. Our minds are wired to constantly analyze, categorize, and label our experiences. Cutting through involves stepping outside of this process by recognizing that these mental events are constructs. They don't represent ultimate reality, but are interpretations generated by your brain's cognitive processes. Whenever a thought or emotion arises, recognize it as just another transient phenomenon. Do not engage with it or follow its storyline. Let it naturally pass without any effort on your part. The goal is to remain in that open, non-conceptual awareness, to experience life as it is, without labeling, interpreting, or filtering through mental constructs. This mirrors the idea of non-dual perception in neuroscience, where distinctions between subject and object, or self and other, begin to blur. Now, open your eyes slightly or fully and allow your gaze to rest gently without focusing on any particular object. Let your vision soften. Begin to notice that everything in your field of vision is appearing spontaneously. Light, color, shapes, and movement are arising effortlessly in your awareness. Recognize the richness and vividness of your sensory experience. Pay attention to the fact that light and sensory data are always present and perceived by your brain. Rather than seeing objects as solid or separate, observe how everything in your field of vision is part of a continuous flow of light and energy. This luminous quality of perception is always present, but we usually don't notice it because we focus on individual objects rather than the field as a whole. As you continue to observe, allow your mind to relax even more. Let your awareness of sensory phenomena, such as light, color, and form, blend with your awareness of thoughts and emotions. Everything is simply arising and dissolving in the vast space of consciousness without effort or control. This is the essence of spontaneous presence, a recognition that all experience is naturally luminous and self-manifesting. As you go about your day, try to remain connected to this open, spacious awareness. Whether you are walking, talking, or working, notice how thoughts, sensations, and experiences arise and pass without you needing to control or engage with them. This practice helps integrate the recognition of intrinsic awareness into every moment, reducing stress and enhancing your ability to remain present. Over time, you will begin to notice that your sense of self and the world around you feel more fluid and interconnected. This may relate to a reduction in the brain's default mode network activity, which is often associated with a strong sense of individual identity. By continuing to practice, you gradually dissolve the habit of rigid, dualistic thinking. Through recognizing your intrinsic awareness, meta-awareness, cutting through mental constructs, and experiencing the spontaneous luminosity of perception, you can cultivate a more fluid and expansive experience of life. The key is to practice non-effort, allowing your natural awareness to reveal itself without trying to control or shape the experience. With regular practice, you may notice greater ease, clarity, and a sense of connectedness in both your internal world and your relationship to the environment around you. Enjoy your practice.